Yeah, so I'm not even going to say if you know, you know anymore. I'm just going to call it blatantly out for what it exactly is, and it's the bullshit factor. Let's talk about it real quick. This is CM Fragment of Marvel Future Fight, the superhero who has vowed to serve his country, returns to his original look. We get this stale-ass sneak peek, number 5. I mean, it literally looks like the character model just kind of just standing there. This is probably one of the worst sneak peeks I think we've seen in a long time. But apparently, Captain America is going to be his trusty shield in hand. Captain America returns to his roots, and in the midst of a Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, on premiere night for the movie, instead of getting a T4 for Black Panther or a Synergy uniform for Shuri or a Synergy uniform for Riri Williams, this is not a if you know anymore. I've said this in kind of like under my breath before, but there's a tier level for what Korean developers will do with Black characters by and large, and they are literally put at the bottom of the pecking order. That is simply the truth. We are essentially premiere night. I just got back from watching Wakanda Forever. I was really excited about it. I think overall the movie was great. Was it as magnanimous as like the first Black Panther movie? Perhaps not. There was a large looming presence of loss over the movie, which is to be expected without having, you know, Chadwick Boseman's character there. And as well, you don't really get a Black Panther in the movie for its entirety. And it's really like, it's pushed in there probably for like the last maybe 30 minutes or so of the movie. This is not a spoiler. I'm going to make sure I try not to spoil anything for you, but it goes without saying that Shuri is basically Black Panther. We know this from the trailer, so I'm not spoiling anything for anybody by saying that. The disappointing piece to this for Marvel Future Fight is that in the midst of a Black Panther Wakanda Forever update, and if you watch the movie, it really comes off hella tone deaf that we get a Captain America sneak peek in this update. I really don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. I love Marvel Future Fight. I've been playing a game for over 6 years, probably close to 7 years, I guess now. And I don't get it. Shuri gets this uniform and she rocks this uniform for all of maybe like, I don't know, 10, 20 minutes or something like that. So cool, we get that. I'm going to advance her to tier 3 anyways. Cool, but this isn't what we came for, right? It's not Shuri in this uniform, which was like an ounce of the presence of the movie. Like this uniform, even the way it's stylized in here, might as well be a throwaway for real for the character. It's not like that big of a deal. Not as big of a deal as her donning the Black Panther uniform. I would have been very much happier to have the Black Panther uniform and Shuri receive the T3 in that method, and that would have been it, than to receive this overall. Not to mention Riri Williams, this piece of gear right here is like prototype gear number 1, and they have other uniforms inside there that they could have used for Riri Williams. That would have been a lot better choice. They would have just been a lot better choice. That's just the truth of the matter. So having this as the Wakanda Forever update, and then having you know, Steve Rogers get his T4 in the midst of this update, it's tone deaf. It is completely tone deaf. If you go watch Black Panther Wakanda Forever, I'm pretty sure that you're going to enjoy the movie. I'd probably give it like an 8.5 out of 10 by comparing it to the original Black Panther movie, which I would have rated probably like a 9.5 or something like that. I thought very highly of it. I do admit to being a little bit biased. Like I said, I am a big Black Panther fan. If you were to see my setup here, I do need to do that at some point. You would see just how much of a Black Panther stan I am. But there's so many routes that they could have gone with this. So many routes. I mean, the movie has Namora. The movie has Atuma. The movie has Nakia. The movie has Okoye. The movie has other Dora Milaje who are just as amped in there, with plenty of costume choices that we could have got. And all we got is M'Baku. And this M'Baku should have reasonably been an update from the original Black Panther movie into this, and we're just getting him. And even worse, the fact that we're just getting him is that we have him at a native tier 2. The only other character I can remember them doing this with was freaking Blade. And then we had to wait months for him to get his tier 3, right? So I don't know. I'm beside myself. I'm happy because, you know, the movie was smashed to me. I thought that the movie was a great homage to Chadwick Boseman. It was a great send-off in terms of like honoring the character and what he brought to the screen for Black Panther and what he brought to little boys and girls everywhere, regardless of their, their ethnicity, their nationality, and so forth. I think that he was just a strong representation of an honorable man, and I thought it was really, really well done. As far as what they did for him, it still makes me hope that we would have gotten something for this character in commemoration of the Black Panther Wakanda Forever movie for Chadwick. Like I said, if not for him, I would have expected something for Shuri. I would have, like, at the very minimum, I would have expected that Shuri would have been getting a T3. We should see her in a Black Panther uniform. And instead, what we have is a major letdown. I don't get it. We need a Black Panther. And this is, I don't want to give away details to the movie, but, and I'm not going to say if you know, you know. I'm not going to say that. But like, I don't want to give away details to the movie, but it is totally tone deaf to give us a T4 Captain America update. Like, I can't complain inside here and say like, I can't call it out because Captain America is a combat class, because if they would have T4'd Black Panther, he would have still been a combat class. At least if they had T4'd Shuri, she would have been a speed character and we would have got that. But this is so damn tone deaf. Like, I'm beside myself. So I'm going to leave it there and leave it with that and just say, like, here you guys go. We're getting T4 Captain America in his original uniform, which nobody asked for, nobody needed, and I'm guaranteeing nobody wanted. What is this, like, matter of fact, let me pull him up right now real quick. Captain America hasn't been in the meta in quite some time, and anytime that he comes into the meta, or that he's been there, he's basically fallen off really quickly. So there he goes. How many uniforms does this dude have? Yeah. You just look at that. I mean, even when he got his Phoenix uniform, he still wasn't meta. Like, that's just the truth of the matter. So, and he's got more uniforms than a little bit. Yeah, this is just not what we needed. We definitely did not need a Captain America uniform inside here. This is legitimately, it should have been a time to shine for the Black Panther cast. There was so much inside that movie for Netmarble, the Marvel Future Fight team, to pick and choose from. Whether it was Shuri becoming Black Panther, whether it was Riri in her Ironheart uniform, whether it was the Dora Milaje, whether it was Nakia and Okoye, there was so much here to choose from to implement in this update. And the update so missed the mark in so many ways, I cannot even begin to explain. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, peace.